Hi everyone, Michael Cavacini here. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to take a look at The Art of Tom Clancy's The Division. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and visit me at michaelcavacini.com. If you want to buy yourself a copy of this book, down below you'll find a link to this product on Amazon. So make sure to click that link, check it out, and hopefully after you see my video here, you'll be encouraged to buy this book. Because right now, The Division is my new favorite video game series. I've been playing the first game, the second game on my Xbox Series X, and they're both fantastic. Especially in this post-COVID world, playing a game like this, where there's a virus outbreak that kind of brought society to its knees, is so prescient and appropriate for what we just lived through with COVID. So it's quite incredible, because both these games came out before COVID, and here we are. So this book is from Titan Books. It's really a beautiful book. Nice, thick, glossy paper. Here's the table of contents so you can see what's inside. It's broken up by agents, factions, New York, and the Dark Zone. So we're talking nearly 200 pages of content here. There's an introduction by the managing director of Massive Entertainment, which is an Ubisoft studio. I thought this is really interesting because it tells you about what went into the character design. Because with The Division, you're creating your own agent, right? Whether it be male, female. And they talk about how they decided, for the attire. Should it be very militaristic? Should it be more like the type of attire that a person would just wear in everyday life? Because these agents are sleeper agents, right? They live normal lives, and then they're called into action when needed. Oh, the watch. I love the watch. The watch is one of the coolest things in the game. I don't know why, but for some reason, I just think it's awesome. They had a special edition of the game where it came with watch. I do not own it, but hey, hopefully in the future, we'll all be able to buy a Division watch for a reasonable price. So you can see just the different character models and the way they created New York City. It's incredible. It's spooky because you're just running through this totally destroyed city, just with people in dire situations. Of course, all these different factions. It's remarkable. And then, of course, there's all this really cool tech along the way, which they talk about in the book, that you get to use and try out, and of course the weaponry as well. Turrets. The art design for this game, it's just beautiful. Really well done. Echoes. Echoes are a unique part of The Division. It's kind of recreating events that took place. It's a fascinating concept that you can, it's like a memory of what happened. There's so many interesting factions in the game too. The Riders. I think the Cleaners are fascinating. The fact that they're from the sanitation department and that they're trying to clean up the city using fire. Essentially killing people with fire to try and stop the spread of the virus is like really dark. But their rationale for it, you could understand why they believe in what they do, which is disturbing, yet logical. If your brain is twisted enough to understand why they would do this. I just think it's just a fascinating idea. The fact that they created these people. Because looking back on COVID, could you imagine if we had people like the Cleaners during COVID? Holy hell. Society would really fall apart real quick. Thank God that didn't happen. But the first time you're playing the game and one of these Cleaners comes up and starts attacking you with a flamethrower, It's insane. I was under, trying to hide, and this flame is just like nipping at me from around the cover that I'm just trying to stay out of the harm's way, but they're getting me. Rikers. Last Man Battalion, LMB. All these different factions are just an interesting aspect of the division. How they all are coexisting, right? Rogue first wave agents. You can see that in all these sections, you can see the different attire. Because you have to, when you have a game like this, you can't have everyone look the same, right? The attire has to be distinct for specific groups. So it's clear who it is that you're looking at or interacting with. The Joint Task Force, JTF. New York. New York, New York. To me, the city itself is the greatest character in this game. Because I live in Philadelphia, so I've been to New York many times. So to be wandering the streets in this game after, this Black Friday virus outbreak, it's, again, in a post-COVID world, knowing what we went through in reality, it's just astounding. I mean, you could sink hundreds of hours into this game, the original Division, and just spend so much time playing through it solo or co-op. I haven't done any of the PvP. I've only done, the storyline, the campaign. That's what I'm working on. That's what I care about. I'll try out the PvP, but I've never been like a huge multiplayer person. Like, multiplayer is fine, but I come to games for great storytelling, and just a great single player experience. And man, the Division delivers. Like, they don't hit you over the head with the story. The story's more, transitional from point to point. And then throughout, you have the echoes, you have just different things that you find to kind of flesh things out for you. So it's more exploratory, which actually I appreciate, because some games are so story heavy that it actually gets in the way of the game. You're just sitting there watching, like Metal Gear Solid. And those games are fantastic, but it's like a game that you don't really play too much because you're spending so much time watching. So it's nice to have a game that you play and the story kind of unfolds around you and you discover things along the way and you can go back and discover even more. The story just meets you where you are. And then there's all this expansion content, both for the original Division and the sequel, that I'm looking forward to exploring. The Catastrophic Emergency Response Agency, SERA. Which I assume in this game, it's kind of like FEMA, but I guess, they didn't want to use the name FEMA. But I imagine that's essentially what it is. Yeah, it's just, a book like this gives you a deeper appreciation for the work that went into creating this game. Because the amount of people that work on a game like this is astounding. And these people are creating worlds for us to explore, worlds for us to live in for a period of time, right? Escapism. They give us an opportunity to escape into something gorgeous and haunting and really satisfying. So it's just wonderful to be able to read about and see how they came up with this. The underground parts are really cool. The graves. Look at that. Wild. And then the Dark Zone. All right, it says, in the center of Manhattan is a walled-off area. Few dare to enter. All different graffiti you'll see throughout the game. Pretty cool stuff. Posters and billboards. Right? They had to create all this for the Division. So there you have it. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. Celebrating, the art of Tom Clancy's The Division. Beautiful game, beautiful book. 2 thumbs up. I think it's fantastic. But yeah, feel free to comment down below with your thoughts about this book, about the game, Division 1, 2, or the games coming up. And I hope I have the opportunity to play a co-op campaign with you in the future. If you are out there and you're trying to accomplish something in the game, feel free to put out that call for backup, and I might be the one answering. So thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, visit me at michaelcavacini.com for more great content, and then click the link down below to buy yourself a copy of this book, The Art of Tom Clancy's The Division. Have a great day.